Chosen one, what I'm about to share with you will shake you to your core. If you're hearing these words right now, know this is no accident. You've been called to this very moment, divinely guided, because something powerful is about to shift in your life. You are standing on the edge of a monumental transformation. Everything you've been praying for, preparing for, waiting for is not far away anymore. It's here, and this is no longer a season of waiting. This is the moment when your breakthrough begins. God is placing a demand on your spirit to call. Only you can answer. This isn't a gentle request. This is a divine command. Your time to rise, to activate, to discharge what's been locked inside you has arrived. You've been carrying something sacred, a power, a gift, a truth that's been buried under fear, doubt, hesitation, but no more. The time to hold back is past. God is ready to ignite your full potential and unlock abilities you've never tapped into before. This is not about wealth. This is not even about faith as you've known it. This is about release of the truth within you. Right now, you feel the stirring. You know the shift is real. You're not just hoping for change. Anymore, you're about to become the change. But before we go deeper, take a moment, hit the like button, subscribe to help us reach 1,000 souls on this journey, and comment with the number 99. That number carries energy's sacred alignment and sends a clear signal to the universe that you are ready. Because if you're truly a chosen one, you already feel the urgency. So I'll ask you now, are you ready to step into your power? Are you ready to release what's been locked inside you for far too long? Because once you do, there's no going back. Your life will never be the same. God has spoken. The message is clear. This is not a whisper, it's a command. You're being called to release energy that has been stored within your body, especially within your pineal gland, the spiritual center, the place often referred to as a third eye. This gland governs your intuition, your inner knowing, your clarity, and even your connection to divine guidance. This isn't just symbolic. It's sacred. It's energetic. It's real. For too long, you've hesitated. You've questioned your path. But that time is over. God is commanding you to awaken, to align, to obey. Because when God commands, the entire universe listens. And what happens next will be unlike anything you've known. What is being released in you right now is not just a substance, it is a key to your awakening, a gateway to the higher version of yourself that God has always intended you to become. By obeying this divine instruction, you are not simply performing a ritual, you are stepping into a deeper alignment with your true nature. The moment you release these sacred secretions, your life will begin to shift in ways you can't yet comprehend, because the power of the divine is already within you, waiting, watching, and now ready. The pineal gland is no ordinary part of your body. It is often called the seat of the soul, and for good reason. This small, pine cone-shaped organ holds the key to unlocking your most profound spiritual gift. It's no coincidence that God chose this exact center for activation. When you discharge the secretions from the sacred gland, you're not just following orders, you're activating a source of divine power that's been lying dormant within you, designed by the Creator. The pineal gland connects you to higher realms. It is a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, the sacred link between your human form and your divine purpose. Through this activation, you will begin to see different, feel differently, live different. Wisdom will come more clearly. Clarity will replace confusion. Understanding will flow where hesitation once lived. You are not simply responding to a command, you are aligning with divine will. God has placed something rare and powerful within you, a gift, a calling, a spark that, once ignited, will elevate your mind, body, and soul. But fear has held you back. Doubt has clogged the flow. Hesitation has become a dam in your spirit. These secretions have been trapped not by your lack of worth, but by the lie that you are not ready, that you are not enough. But now, the command is clear. The time for fear is over. The time for divine liberation has come. Fear thrives in stillness, in silence, in delay. But faith, true faith, moves anyway, even when it's uncertain, even when it's trembling, because it knows that every divine instruction is meant for your good, for your growth, for your freedom. When you release what has been trapped inside, you break down the walls that have kept you small. You open the channel for divine energy to flood through your being. This is your spiritual liberation. This is your unlocking. Imagine a life where fear no longer dictates your choices, where the divine flows through you freely, where you don't just exist, you radiate. You're not just obeying God, you are setting your soul free. And in that freedom, your power begins. Your truth begins. Your new life begins. Your hesitation, just a shadow. And shadows disappear in the light of divine purpose. This is your moment. Don't let fear steal it. God is not asking for your wealth. He's not asking for possessions or material offering. What he desires from you is you. What God desires from you is far more valuable than anything you own. He seeks not your possessions, but your essence. The secretions your body produces, especially those from the pineal gland, carry deep spiritual significance. These are not merely physical substances. They are sacred, designed to awaken the dormant parts of you you've never fully understood. It's not your wealth, your titles, or your outward success that matter to God. It is the spiritual wealth within you. Physical riches may come and go, but the power of spiritual awakening is eternal. God is not focused on what you have. He is calling you to release what you are. Your obedience in this moment will bring blessings far greater than anything the world could offer, because this is about more than action. It's about alignment. It's about stepping into your higher purpose and fulfilling the divine design placed within your soul. By discharging these sacred secretions, you offer something far more precious than money or status. You offer your potential, your energy, your surrender. This is a divine exchange. Your inner release for a future overflowing with divine power and spiritual abundance. When you activate your pineal gland, you're not just engaging the body, you are unlocking a deep reservoir of hidden spiritual capability. These gifts have been waiting within you, quietly dormant, anticipating this exact moment. And now that moment has arrived. God's command to activate this energy is not symbolic. It is specific. It is a key to unleashing your true spiritual power. When you follow through, your intuition sharpens, your perception expands, and your mind begins to operate on a higher frequency. This isn't about acquiring new knowledge. It's about awakening the ancient wisdom that has always been a part of you. Suddenly, the answers you've struggled to find will come effortlessly. Clarity will replace confusion. The veil will lift, and the world around you will shift, appearing more vivid, more meaningful, more divine. With the release of these sacred secretions, your perception of reality will transform. The ordinary will become extraordinary. You will begin to see the world through the eyes of the Creator. Your existence will be illuminated by divine light, and your spirit will rise into alignment with the highest truth. This is not just awakening. This is transformation of the highest order. God's command is not to be delayed. The time for your spiritual evolution is now. Every moment of hesitation is a lost a moment that delays your breakthrough. God has already provided the time, the space, and the opportunity. There is no more room for procrastination, no more space for doubt. This is your moment, your calling, your next chapter, and the universe is waiting for your yes. When you delay, you don't just slow your own growth, you stall the manifestation of your divine power. God's plan for you is already in motion, but it requires you, your courage, your obedience, your surrender. The secretions from your pineal gland are ready to be released. The energy is rising. The call is clear. Will you answer? And the divine energy, it is waiting to flow. But if you delay, so does the power meant for you. The moment you act, everything begins to shift. The time is now, and God's what does not wait. Your obedience today will set in motion a future beyond anything your mind can imagine. The divine plan is already unfolding. The question is, are you ready to step into your role? This is your moment of truth, the moment to prove to God not just with words, but with action that you are ready for the transformation He has placed before you. God knows your potential. He crafted you with it. But now, it is your turn to rise. It is your responsibility to show that you are ready to step fully into your divine calling. The discharge of these sacred secretions from your pineal gland is more than a physical release. It is a spiritual declaration. By releasing them, you are saying, God, I am ready. I will no longer hold back. This act is not just obedience. It is trust. It is surrender. It is the highest form of faith. Because the real question is not whether God believes in you. He always has a question is, do you believe in yourself? This moment will define your journey. You have already been chosen, but now you must prove your readiness, not just to God, but to yourself. You are not like the ordinary. God has placed a unique mark on your soul, a divine spark that sets you apart. Your connection to the spiritual realm is deeper, stronger, and more purposeful than most can comprehend. While others may doubt it, you've always known it deep within. You were made for something greater. Your pineal gland holds the key to that greatness. It is the sacred center of your spiritual power, the gateway to the divine, and now you are being called to awaken it, to release the energy that has been lying dormant within, to finally step into the gifts that are uniquely yours. What you carry isn't meant to fit into the mold of the ordinary world. It is meant elevated, to transform you and through you, to transform others. When you release these secretions, you embrace the truth of who you are, a being of divine potential, chosen to rise. Your connection to divine is not just a belief, is a living, breathing reality waiting to be fully realized. And as you obey God's command, you will undergo a transformation unlike anything you've experienced before. This is not just a mental shift. This is a total metamorphosis, body, mind, and soul. As the pineal gland is activated, a cascade of changes will unfold within you. Your energy will rise, your mind will clear, your senses will sharpen. You will feel more aligned with your divine purpose, more in tune with your higher self, and more empowered to manifest the life you were always meant to live. The physical effects will be undeniable: heightened awareness, increased vitality, renewed focus, and emotionally you will begin to find yourself calmer, wiser, and more rooted in peace. You are becoming more centered, more peaceful, and more confident, not just on the surface, but in your spirit. Spiritually, you are beginning to experience a deeper, more intimate connection with the divine. Your guidance is becoming clearer, your intuition is sharpening, and your awareness is rising. This transformation will not be subtle. It will be immediate. It will be undeniable. The moment you release these sacred secretions, the shift will begin. Your body and your mind will come into alignment with your spiritual truth. You will no longer walk in confusion, but in clarity. You will no longer wonder if you are ready. You will know that you are, because you will be walking in the fullness of your divine power. This transformation is not a promise for the future. It is happening now. For years, you have carried these secretions within you, and they have waited for your permission to be released. But they are not just physical substances. They are spiritual symbols, manifestations of fear, hesitation, and energy blocked by the doubts and limitations you once accepted as your truth. But God's time has come. The time for holding back has ended. The divine call is loud and clear. Release what has been hidden. Let your transformation take root. Your reluctance to release has created an inner tension, a spiritual barrier between whom you are and who you are meant to become. These secretions remain locked away because of your fear, your mistrust, and your resistance to the magnitude of your calling. But now you are being called to rise in trust, to walk forward in surrender, and step boldly into fullness of your divine identity. The time is now. Do not delay. As you discharge what has been trapped inside, you will feel an overwhelming sense of liberation, a burden lifted, a breakthrough unlocked. This energy, the spiritual life force, will begin to flow freely, activating dormant pathways and clearing the obstacles that once stood in your way. You've held on long enough. Now it's time to let go, to release, to rise. This is more than a physical act. This is the awakening of your third eye, the sacred seat of intuition, spiritual vision, and inner truth. As the center opens, your deepest wisdom will be revealed. Your perception will expand beyond the limitations of logic, and you will begin to see with divine clarity. You will discern truth in the silence. You will understand situations with ease. You will begin to move through life as one who knows, because you will know without needing proof. The energy that flows through your pineal gland will amplify your intuitive gift. It will guide you to choices that align with your highest path. Doubt will lose its grip. Confusion will fall away. In its place will stand a new kind of confidence, not born of ego, but divine knowing. This awakening will change everything. You will no longer be confined by the limitations of the physical world. A new dimension of experience will unfold before you. You will no longer react, you will respond from a place of wisdom, purpose, and present. Your third eye will become your compass. Your soul will become your guide, and God will be your light. And the wisdom that flows from this awakening will illuminate your path like never before. But to fulfill God's command, you must approach this moment with sacred intention. This is not a passive act. It is a divine engagement. Meditation, specific physical positioning, and deep spiritual focus are essential to activate the power that lies within you. The release of your secretions is not just a ritual, it is a spiritual alignment. Find a quiet, sacred space, a place where the outside world falls away and your spirit can come forward. Align your body, sit in stillness. Posture matters because the way you position your body opens the channels for divine energy to flow. As you breathe deeply, bring your attention to your third I the gateway to your higher self. Visualize the sacred release from your pineal gland. With each breath, imagine yourself becoming lighter, more connected, and more open to God's presence. Let your breath become a bridge between heaven and earth, between body and spirit. Through this meditation, you are not only creating space, you are inviting transformation. It is in these quiet, focused moments that the greatest shifts occur. Your posture, your breath, your intention, they're the keys to unlocking your divine potential. To truly step into your power, you must first break free, not just from what's around you, but from what's within you. The limitations that hold you back are not external chains. They're the mental and spiritual blocks built from fear, doubt, and unworthiness. But now it's time to let them go. Trusting in God's plan means surrendering those false beliefs. It means stepping forward, even when the path is unclear, because your faith is stronger than your fear. It means releasing your grip on what was and embracing what can be. When you release the secretions from your pineal gland, you are breaking spiritual chains. You are stepping into a freedom far greater than anything the world can offer. Divine freedom crafted specifically for you. This isn't just freedom from others, it's freedom from you, from every lie you ever believed about your worth, from every limitation that told you not yet or not enough. The divine energy that flows through you is ready to shatter every boundary that has held you back. And as it moves through your being, you will begin to experience life on a higher plane, a level of awareness, purpose, and peace you've never known before. Trusting in God's plan is not weakness. It is courage. It is surrender. It is declaring with your life, I am ready, even if I don't know what's next. And in that surrender, everything begins to move. Everything begins to align. The time for limits is over. The time for divine expansion is now. These secretions are not just a physical reaction. They are spiritual energy, uniquely encoded within you, waiting to be unleashed. And when you finally release them, that energy will surge through your entire being, unlocking your highest potential. This is not an idea. This is real. This is tangible. This is the shift your soul has been praying for. And when it happens, when the energy rises, you will feel it. A rush of power, a flood of truth, an overwhelming, undeniable sense that you are finally aligned with your true purpose. This is what you were made for. This is who you've always been. Now let it flow, let it rise, and become everything God created you to be. Obstacles will fall, desires will manifest, and your connection to the divine will reach levels you once believed were unimaginable. The power within you is vast, limitless, and the discharge of your sacred energy is the key to unlocking it. But this isn't just about the act itself. It's about the energy that will be released, the force that will be set into motion the moment you say yes. That energy will begin to transform everything in your life, your relationships, your purpose, and your alignment with God. Because you are not just a body, you are a vessel of spiritual power. And now, the time has come to let that power flow freely. As this transformation unfolds, you will rise above fear. You will rise above doubt. And those who once questioned your strength, those who doubted your purpose, will witness something undeniable. They will see the power of God moving through you. Your transformation will be real, visible, magnetic. It will leave others in awe, not of you, but of what God can do through you. The doubt that once surrounded you will be replaced by reverence. The confusion will be silenced by your clarity. You will step boldly into the fullness of your divine potential. And in doing so, you'll become living proof that obedience to God's command leads to extraordinary transformation. But this journey isn't just about you. It's about what you represent. You are a light, a guidepost, a beacon for those who are still trapped in fear. When you rise, you'll inspire others to rise. When you activate your power, others will be reminded of their own. You are a testament to what happens when a soul says yes to the divine, yes to surrender, yes to purpose, yes to power. And as you ascend, you'll experience a peace that cannot be shaken, a confidence that doesn't need to prove itself, a knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, fully aligned with your highest calling. Your transformation is a reflection of God's grace. It is evidence of His power flowing freely through an awakened vessel. The world will witness your rise, and through you, the divine will be glorified. The moment is now. This is not a suggestion. This is not a whisper. This is a command. God is not requesting your potential. He is demanding it. The call is urgent. The path is clear. The power that has been lying dormant inside of you, encoded in your spirit, since the beginning has been waiting for this moment, the moment of release, the moment of activation. awaken, the moment of alignment, by discharging the sacred secretions from your pineal gland. You awaken what has been locked within for too long. You unlock the energy that sets your spirit free, and you ascend into the realm of the extraordinary. Your life is about to change, not tomorrow, not someday. Now, when you activate this divine power, you're not just stepping into your own destiny. You are stepping into the rhythm of the universe. You are aligning with the very heartbeat of God's greater plan. This power will guide your thought, direct your step, empower your action, and open doors others only dream of. God is waiting on you now. And when you act, everything will begin to align, not just around you, but within you. This is not a request. It is God's command. The time to activate is now. Your divine power is here now, and the rewards that await you are beyond anything your mind can comprehend. Step into your greatness. Follow God's direction and watch as the universe opens wide before you in ways you never thought possible. The pineal gland, often called the seat of the soul, is not just a physical organ. It is a sacred wellspring hidden within you, overflow with divine strength and spiritual potential. Though small in size, its power is immeasurable. It holds a capacity to reshape your reality, sharpen your intuition, and awaken abilities you've never dared to imagine. This gland is the key to unlocking your full spiritual truth. Inside it lies a force more powerful than anything the physical world can offer. For centuries, mystics, prophets, and sages have spoken of an ability to connect us to higher dimensions of consciousness, to open gateways to the divine. And now, you are being called to awaken it. God is urging you, commanding you to release the secretions that have been stored within. These are not mere fluid. They are sacred code, divine catalyst, the ignition switch to your spiritual transformation. When you activate this center, the power will flood your being. Your perception will change. Your mind will open. Your path will become clear. Imagine a life where every decision is guided by divine insight, where your intuition cuts through noise like a blade, where your manifestations align effortlessly with the will of God. This is not fantasy. This is your birthright. God's call to activate your pineal gland is not about ritual for ritual's sake. It is a divine invitation, a holy opportunity to ascend into a higher plane of existence. Your pineal gland is not just biology. It is a divine portal. It was designed by God Himself to connect you directly with wisdom, clarity, and power. When you activate it, when you fully embrace the secret, within it will elevate every area of your life. The time is now. Tap into this power. Embrace it without hesitation, and watch your world shift in miraculous, undeniable way. Fear has been your prison. It has kept you small, quiet, uncertain. It has whispered lies that you are not enough, that you are not ready. But those chains no longer serve you, and God's demand is crystal clear. It's time to break them. Fear is not your truth. It is a shadow that fades when divine light floods in. Fear is the gatekeeper that flees when faith arrives. God sees your potential clearly. He knows the power that lies within you because He put it there, and He is not calling you to face this alone. He walks beside you. He breathes through you. He lives within you. As you release the sacred secretions from your pineal gland, you will feel it, a surge of strength, a wave of clarity, a divine fire rising within you, burning away the fear that once held you back. The power within you is greater than anything that stands in your way. To truly step into your divine calling, you must ride, you must release, you must remember who you are. You are chosen, you are ready, and your time is now. Let go of fear and embrace faith. Faith is the antidote. Faith is the light that cuts through fear's shadow. It is the force that will carry you forward when every part of you wants to turn back. God has already equipped you with everything you need to succeed. He has planted the seeds of greatness within you. Now, it is time to trust His plan and take the first step into the unknown. And when you do, something miraculous happens. The chains of fear that once held you down will begin to break. You'll feel them fall away, and in their place, freedom, divine freedom, because fear is an illusion, a mist that vanishes the moment you step into your true power. And that moment, the one you've been waiting for, is now. When you release the sacred secretions from your pineal gland, you activate your divine potential. You awaken the power God placed inside you, and as that power rises, fear loses its grip. It fades, it shatters, it flees. Your faith in God becomes your foundation, your strength, your compass, your fire. And through that faith, you will rise to heights you never imagined possible. These secretions are not merely biological. They are the key to spark that unlocks a life of limitless possibility. They represent your untapped energy, your hidden power, the divine potential that has been lying dormant inside you, waiting for one thing: your permission to rise. For years, you've carried this energy deep within the quiet chambers of your soul, unaware of what you held, unsure what it meant. But the wait is over. The moment has arrived. By discharging these sacred secretions, you are not simply completing a physical process. You are opening the door to your higher self, to your true purpose, to your spiritual power. God placed this power within you from the beginning. Now He calls you to unlock it. This is not just about transformation, it's about liberation. As the secretions are released, your spirit will awaken. You'll feel a veil lift from your perception. The world will appear clearer, brighter, more alive. You'll begin to see not just with your eyes, but with your soul. The hidden power within you will begin to flow, guiding your thought, your decisions, your path. You will no longer walk in confusion. You will move with conviction, clarity, and divine alignment. This is your time. This is your calling. This is the turning point of your life. Your secretions are not the end. They are the beginning, the catalyst for the most profound transformation you've ever known. As you release them, you'll feel a surge of divine energy ignite your inner wisdom. You will tap into spiritual gifts that have long been waiting for your embrace. These are not mere talent. They are divine gifts bestowed upon you by your Creator. For too long, you've kept them buried, hidden beneath uncertainty, buried beneath fear. But now, God is calling you to rise, to reveal them, to step boldly into your full radiant potential. These gifts were not given to be kept in silence. They were given to transform lives, beginning with your own. And the secretions from your pineal gland, they're the key that opens the door. When you release them, you do more than complete a physical act. You awaken your gift. You activate your calling. You begin your divine mission. The time is now. Let it rise. Let it flow. Let God's power move through you fully, freely, forever. Your intuition, your sacred connection to the divine is ready to awaken. The moment you release these sacred secretions, your true abilities will begin to rise. What God placed inside you was never meant to stay hidden. These gifts, your ability to heal, to inspire, to guide others, are not for silence. They are meant to move through you and into the world. Now is the time to open the gate, to release what has been waiting within, to let these divine abilities flow freely, because the world is waiting for the exact gifts that only you can offer. When you discharge the secretions from your pineal gland and activate your inner divine center, the hidden parts of you will finally be revealed. This is your moment, your chance to step fully into your divine purpose and share your light with the world. God is not whispering. He is commanding. Release the old. Step into the new. Let go of the version of yourself that was trapped in fear, doubt, and hesitation. That version no longer serves you. It is time to shed that skin and embrace the radiant being you were always meant to become. This is not a suggestion. It is a divine order. God has called you, and that calling demands a choice now. The version of yourself that was confined by self-limiting beliefs is already fading. You can feel it because God has a higher assignment for you, one that requires you to rise without apology. The secretions stored within your pineal gland have been waiting for this moment, and when they are released, you'll experience nothing short of a complete spiritual awakening. This isn't just the beginning of a new season. It's the start of a new you. You are stepping into your identity, into your purpose, into the fullness of the power God planted in you before you were even born. As you release the old, you make space for the divine. You are shedding the weight of fear, the fog of doubt, and the veil of insecurity. And in their place come purpose, vision, and alignment with your highest calling. The power you've kept buried is no longer meant to be quiet. It is rising, ready to lead you into greatness. This is your divine moment. God is urging you to let go of the past, to rise, to stand in the truth of who you were always meant to be. This is the moment when everything changes, because there are moments in life that shift everything, moments that bend the timeline, moments when the course of your existence is rewritten by divine force. This is one of those moments. A cosmic shift is taking place, and it will alter the very fabric of your reality. The call is clear. The energy is moving. God is calling you to step into the transformation that is waiting. So open your arm, open your heart, release what was, and receive what is coming. The time to act is not tomorrow. The time to awaken is now. Let the divine transformation begin. Let your power rise. Step into your destiny.